Hey, friend, in this episode, I've got 7 strategies that you can choose between to build a wardrobe that reflects your style DNA. So maybe you know, or maybe you don't, that I'm really into all of the personality typing systems. Recently, I was just scrolling through my phone and I ran across a link to my Sparketype results, and they finally made sense to me. Have you ever heard of Sparketype? Anyway, it has to do with what kinds of activities are energy positive for you and what are energy negative. So for me, my number one is I'm an essentialist. So I go through life distilling, organizing, and simplifying my environment, ideas. That's mainly what I'm doing here. It's about bringing order out of chaos. And then my number 2, which they say is used largely in service of number 1, is studying and learning as much as possible about my field. So I'm hoping that some of what I've studied up and distilled in this episode is going to be super helpful for you. So here's what I've got. I've got 7 outfit strategies, formulas, ways of thinking about it. So the first one is super simple, and probably not a lot of you are going to do this, but it's the one dress challenge. So Wool, and it's a wool company. They sell clothing made from merino wool, which is a really very practical fabric if you were going to try to wear one garment day after day after day. And so a few years ago, they came out with this 100-day dress challenge. I think maybe before that, there was a wear the same dress for the whole year, which wouldn't work in this climate at all. And now they're scaling it back so people can try it if they want to, but not be committed to 100 days. And so now there's a 30-day dress challenge. But anyway, that is like the ultimate in simplicity. Like our ancestors, you have one dress, that's what you wear. And yeah, that's it. Okay, so the second idea that I have, wardrobe outfit formula concept strategy, is the uniform, like Steve Jobs, or like if you had to wear scrubs, although, yeah, that would be like basically the same thing, although sometimes you get like different colors, different patterns, whatever. But Steve Jobs, so I looked this up on the internet to see exactly what his formula was. Blue jeans, this is what I found. Blue jeans, a black turtleneck, and Snickers. He wore Snickers on his feet. Sorry, I just had to laugh. It really did say Snickers, but we know that means sneakers. All right, so there's lots of ways you could do that if you wanted to just create a uniform. It could be that simple, or it could be, jeans and a flannel shirt, but you have different colors of flannel shirts or whatever. The hero had that type of a uniform for a long time. He wore just like twill pants and a button-down collar, button front shirt in whatever pattern I happened to find at the thrift store or somewhere on clearance. And then after a while, things got a little bit more casual, and he wore like a nice t-shirt without, that's just a plain color, no design. Okay. The third strategy you can use is a single color story, and all of your clothes then mix and match within the single color story. And I'm talking limited. I'm not talking 6 colors. I'm talking 2 or 3. So a long time ago, when I worked at JCPenney, there was a lady that worked there in the same department as me, and an adjacent department. And she literally only ever wore black and white. I think she had some things that were off-white maybe. And I think I saw her once on the weekend add something red to her black and white maybe, or something like that. But she, like, that was her thing. That was her simplistic life, and it worked for her. Those were her colors. and that was okay. I mean, it worked for her. It was fine. It worked with her job and all that. All right. One summer here, I don't know, 10 or 15 years ago, I wore all summer almost nothing other than pink, white, and khaki. And that also worked for me, and it worked for what I was doing and all that. So if you want to do this, make yourself a really simple color scheme. Talk to me first. I can help you make sure that you get a color story that works for your body's design, and so that you show up, it's not just the color that we see. Okay, so there's a couple ways I can help you with that. One, I have a seasonal color palette that's very inexpensive. You can buy that on my website. It's a 1 or 2 page intake, and I can get that back to you very quickly. And it just gives a palette of about 55 or 60 colors that all works together, and it will support your energy and look good on you. It won't be the customized palette, which is what you would, what else you can do. And that can be anybody, because I can do those virtually. I help Carla Mathis with hers when she does those. She's a global expert, top color designer. So anyway, that is another option. That's going to give you a color palette that completely supports who you are on the inside and on the outside, that is completely custom. Also, if you're here in Spokane, I have another one that I can do only in person, and it's super custom, and it comes with a fabric palette, and it's a little bit more expensive. So anyway, make sure you have colors that work for you if you decide to just do one color story. The fourth strategy is you would have however many just head to toe outfits. Each outfit is a complete outfit, and then you have however many you need for whatever you're doing. When I was a department manager in a retail store, I wore suits every day, and I had, I worked a 5-day work week, and I had like 6 or 7 suits for every season. And then when I needed to have one cleaned, that was fine. And I didn't end up wearing this. The thing that makes it feel restrictive to me is when I have a small amount of clothes, is if I end up wearing them on the same day of the week all the time. So I'd always want to have one more, but you could definitely do it with less. You could have 3 and just rotate through them. Okay. That was number 4. Number 5, this is what I do now. It's like build it like a tree, kind of. So you need the fewest number of pants, and then the next fewest number of like jackets, 3rd piece layer. And when I did my math, this is how it worked out. And then the most of the like under layer, like the blouse, t-shirt, the thing that's close to your skin and gets, I don't know. I feel like that needs to be changed out and washed more often. So I need more of those. So build it like a tree, being that for every pant, I want two jackets. And then for every jacket, I want 2 tops, but they only have to go together with that configuration. It doesn't have to go together with everything, which it makes it more complicated. That's more of a capsule. Okay, so that's what I do now. And you can, so number 6 is for you to do your own, the math in the wardrobe pyramid workbook. And then you find your favorite outfit template, the formula for an outfit that you like the best, and you use what you have to get started. So you can get that workbook at my website, which is signaturestylesystems.com. And I will also leave a link to it in the show notes below. The 7th strategy is a capsule wardrobe. And I just want to tell you that this takes a lot of skill to do it in a way that will fit and flatter your body type. So most of the examples that I see online of a wardrobe, a capsule wardrobe, they want to have different lengths of jackets and different pant legs, and they want everything to be different. The problem is when all those shapes and lengths are different, they're not mix and match, because it changes the proportions, it changes the shape. It's not going to settle in on your body. So that's also a thing. If you want to try something like that, I can definitely help you figure out what your body type is. And this is all the things that we go through in my Signature Style University. Anyway, that's it. That's your homework, is literally thinking about these concepts and whether one or another of them will fit your needs and your lifestyle best. So that's it. That's it for this week. Thanks for being here for Signature Style Systems. Come back next week. I'm planning to be talking about the 2 scariest colors. Until then, have fun being you.